This is a video for Kenichi, the mightiest disciple, episode 19, 20, 21, 22. Yes, well, those four. Links is always in the description below to go watch my reaction to it, and then come back here to see my full review, my full thoughts and ideas and theories, all that kind of stuff. So click away now, or be spoiled as to what happened in these episodes. So click away now. Okay. So I'm not sure how long this is gonna take. I'm trying to think of a term. I'm not sure how long this video is gonna be. I'm just gonna kind of talk about what I thought and everything. Typically, I try to make it at least 20 minutes, kind of thing of of my review, whatever. But it might be shorter, might be longer. Who knows? I'm just gonna start talking. So anyway, so it was really cool to see Kenichi actually win against multiple people and start to learn new techniques and more advanced techniques, that kind of thing. It's always funny, the techniques that he learns right away. He immediately uses it in the next fight that he does. When he's versing people or that kind of thing, the technique that he learns previously, the previous day or something like that, always comes into play to help win that fight, kind of thing. The big brawl they had, Kenichi used that kind of knockdown, single hand attack thing where you knock the guys, someone's coming in, you knock the fist down, and then you come in to hit the jaw or whatever the person, in one hit, move, kind of thing. So yeah, it's every episode has, or I guess every group episode, whatever. It's always a technique that is learned from Kenichi. He learns it, and then next fight he's in, he uses it against the target, kind of thing. Which, rightly so, because if he learns it, he's got to practice with it, that kind of thing, and actually use it. And if it's good technique, it's a good technique. I got to see some Miyu fighting the redhead. I'm not. Her name is Valkyrie, nickname Valkyrie. I'm gonna see her fight her, which is really cool. Valkyrie is still no match for Miyu. I really want to see I mean, obviously Miyu doesn't care, but I would love to see her go all out, right, full strength, just go full on strength against the top tier Ragnarok people, right? Her versing the toppest tier person and seeing if she can even succeed, and I bet she could, kind of thing, but she doesn't broadcast her ability or whatever. It's always focused on Kenichi doing it. But yeah, Kenichi did some pretty good techniques there at that fight. Got to see the boxer guy again, and yeah, I'm still thinking the hermit guy is the boxer's friend that left him when he was younger. The one that called him to help during a fight, whatever, and then the boxer got there, hurt his arm, and then afterwards his friend kind of just gave up on him in a way. I'm wondering if Hermit is that friend. It seems very likely that's the case. Maybe. I mean, it's maybe not. I don't know. I'm probably just trying to tie in characters together. I had to look back at that flashback that they did, showing the boxers and how he got his arm hurt and everything, to see if his friend had blonde hair or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, we have Loki. We didn't see too much of him. We just heard about him, and we had a brief kind of view of him. He's, I think, 5. Was he 5? I know Hermit's 6, right? I think Loki might be 7. I feel like they said Loki was 5. I know Hermit's 6. Valkyrie's 8. I feel like they did skip over 7 and had Hermit and Loki fight the bit with the 50 guys versus three people, kind of thing. Yeah, I love how they're nicknaming themselves as gods, kind of thing. Because I'm huge freaking fan of Norse mythology, so this is gonna be super freaking fun for me to watch this. all the relations and like just everything about Ragnarok is like up my alley, definitely 100%. Um, so yeah, Valkyrie seems pretty pissed about Niu fighting and beating her. So we're probably gonna see some more fights with Valkyrie soon. I can definitely seeing that being the case. Uh, Even though she was told not to, right? Like she was told not to go after the alliance or whatever that Nijima put together. But she's kind of finding loopholes in a way to kind of like go against the seven deadly fists, which is hilarious because I think it's a play on seven deadly sins, but then at the same time they all have nicknames of the gods, um, Norse gods. So I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, yeah. So Nijima found their dojo. I mean, a little bit of like a funny encounter. Him thinking all the masters were monsters and all that kind of stuff. Um, Yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like Nichiba is going to be a thorn in the side, and something's going to happen where um, he's going to get probably tortured or something like that, right? Like to give up the information about where Kenichi trains, and then Kenichi is going to have to fight the dudes, whatever, when they come to the dojo, or they're going to get in trouble, or I mean, the Ragnarok people are going to come in and going to be posing too much for Kenichi, and then Kenichi's going to have to rely on the masters to like help out him. Um, we're not sure how powerful the lead master, or I guess the number one for uh, Ragnarok is. We're not sure how strong he is. Maybe he's as on par with the masters. Um, maybe. I mean, they're all degenerates, right? So like they can't be that old. So I'm assuming not. Maybe I don't know. That's just a theory. It's a random theory I came up with. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see what happens next. Definitely. Um, I do definitely want to see more Niu fighting. That was pretty cool to see her um, not hold back in a way because she did go full on with her, but we didn't get to see a lot of it. We just saw like one move of whatever that she did against Valkyrie. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to find out what happens next. Definitely, 100%. Um, so next week we have 4 episodes. I think total there's about 50 episodes, right? About 50 episodes. So we're nearing the halfway point. Next week's gonna be the halfway point. Because we're gonna do episode 23 through 26, which is a 4 episode reaction. So yeah, I'm still wondering where this show's gonna go. Like, obviously they're gonna keep training Kenichi and everything to go higher and higher and higher and higher. And the whole um thing about it is like every time he beats somebody, there's always someone stronger, kind of thing, and he's never going to uh stop fighting because he's always going to have someone gunning for him because he's gaining ranks fast and everything like that. So I'm wondering to what degree does it stop? Are we gonna have like a time skip moment, right? Like where he's gonna like skip ahead, like to the point where he's like older and he's like fighting like ninjas and like all this kind of stuff, or is he going to defeat Ragnarok and then there's nothing else after that until he finishes school or something like that, right? Like that's kind of like what I'm thinking might happen, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to find out what happens next. I am still interested in the show. I mean, there's certain bits of the show that are pretty like strange, how like they do certain things. Like, I mean, I guess they are all kids, and their thought process shouldn't be very like uh thoughtful. If that they don't think things through, they're degenerates, that kind of thing. Um, like that one kid's gonna break the arm of that one guy just because he turned back against the group, kind of thing. Like, hardcore assault. Like punching people and like a brawling thing to kind of get them down is one thing, but like physically breaking someone's arm, like that's a pretty sure against law. If not, then it should be. Um, I'm sure it like falls under some kind of like assault, like kind of bit. I mean, even fighting, I guess, is assault in some degree, but physically breaking someone's arm to the point where they have to go to the hospital because they broke an arm, that's got to be like higher on the chain of like, this isn't right kind of stuff. But I mean, like I said, they're degenerates. They do their own thing, I guess. Um, so yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna happen next episode. I'm assuming more training stuff, more advanced training. That's all I can think of. What might happen? Uh, yeah, can't think of anything. Just more advanced training, more Nijima randomness. I don't. I'm starting to like hate his character more and more every episode. Um, I had a theory that like he was gonna be like some kind of big bad kind of person, but at the same time, I don't think he is. I feel like he's genuinely just going to be a thorn in Kenichi's side. Oh gosh, water almost tipped over. Um, so yeah, I mean, just I don't know. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see to find out if he is going to prove useful. I mean, I know he creeps about and he gathers information for Kenichi and everything, but at the same time, he's got some alternate motives to use Kenichi for his gain. We saw that last episode too with the Masters. He wanted to turn the Masters into his puppets in a way. I mean, you can look at the thumbnail for that video. That like what I'm saying there, like Nijima using the Masters as like a thing, whatever. But yeah. I don't know. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. It's really freaking hot right now. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next reaction. Take care, everybody.